the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form, the embodied form, for us to experience Paramashivoham. And for example, Devi Parashakti expresses through the being of Rajrajeshwari and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form of Devi Meenakshi. And the avatar, the deity, reflects the consciousness and manifestation of the superconscious energy. But human beings are not mature enough to receive these higher level experiences from the Ajavatara directly. That's why the avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create the experience of superconscious energy in all of us. And the Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every human being. This influx of superconscious energy visibly slows down the aging process and improves immunity to disease. And during the darshan, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives. And during the Bhava Samadhi darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. The mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. So the entire body can silently and without moving receive what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. And Akashic readings are not predictions. They are readings from the cosmic archive. Beyond space, creation and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. And because Akashic records are stored in the Akasha, the space dimension, there is no past, present, and future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen are clearly already recorded. So let us understand who is the Supreme Consciousness. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, a macrocosmic ancient enlightened civilizational nation. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, and is recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has made the science of yoga, temple-based universities, and power manifestation as a lifestyle for humanity. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasanidanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarveshwara, is the incumbent emperor of the Suryavamshi Sarangi Samrajyam, is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Kailasanatha Shamla Pita Sarveshwara, is the present Mahamandaleshwara of the Mahanirvani Akada, the largest apex monastic order. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwara of the Artalakada, is the present 23rd Guru Mahasanidanam of the Dharma Mukti Swargapura Adinam, and has been elected as the Supreme Concept of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is revered as the teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read, and watched, and has authored over 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, 50 titles with over 1,000 titles, 50 languages with over 1,000 titles, and the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read, and downloaded, and has over 10,000 hours of discourses delivered. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally, and is respected as the foremost commentator of all sacred scriptures, including the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, the Jain Sutras, and many more. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is honored as a leader of Hinduism, the most awarded internationally recognized leader, is a reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, Rudras, the Shivas, Shikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, and Sannyas, and is the establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa Nithyananda University, with satellite campuses in 150 countries. And Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and the founder and reviver of over 170 pithas. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million Pali scriptures, and over 20 million digital books. Now that we've understood who is the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, let us now enter into the demonstration of the extraordinary powers, the extraordinary Shaktis, Paramashivoham and Parashakti, as demonstrated by the initiated disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism itself, the Nithyananda Yogis and Kurukul Balafans of the Nithyananda order. So now we will be entering into this manifestation of these extraordinary powers very shortly.
Yes, Nithyanandam. Let us now move on to the next segment, which is the manifestation segment, the manifesting of the extraordinary Shakti. So today, the Balasins, the Nithyananda Yogis, the initiated disciples of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, will be demonstrating the extraordinary powers of third eye and sharing with all the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakened in us through Diksha. So, before we enter into the live demonstration, let us learn about what are Shaktis. Shaktis in the Vedagamas are the source scriptures Shaktis in the Vedagmas is described elaborately by Paramashiva as a system, as a method and a science for human beings to explore various dimensions and experience powers and have new possibilities awakened in them. And Swamiji beautifully says that just with the cognition that you are the divine and that you need to manifest the divine, you can manifest these extraordinary Shaktis and not that you need to reach the divine. Next slide, please. So, what is the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis? Shaktis expressed from the space of enlightenment and as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. Shaktis are the source of enlightenment. Siddhis are the powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment. Siddhis are on the path of enlightenment. Shaktis are the powers which manifest through ordinary human beings in extraordinary ways just with initiation from the avatar. And Shaktis are permanent. Siddhis, whereas, are not permanent and they may divert you from enlightenment. So, who is Paramashiva? And who is the source of all these Shaktis? Paramashiva is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. At the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakriya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Prabhava, and Anugraha. Creation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberating grace for all living entities. And Paramashiva himself has come down in the form of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasamidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the 1008th living incarnation and representation of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation, which is the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. And ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle of highly advanced sciences and enlightened beings. And for the first time in modern day, the Supreme Point of Hinduism is reviving these yogic sciences at a record-breaking speed which was never accomplished before. So, the Supreme Point of Hinduism was trained as an avatar and was recognized as an incarnation at a very young age and was trained and taught to revive these sciences and initiations and knowledge studies for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation. From disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Shri Vidya, Yoga, Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashivoham, and Paramashivoham. So, how do we awaken all these divine Shaktis in us? If all these Shaktis are awakened in Swamiji, how can we awaken them in ourselves? When every ultimate truth, jnana, gets mapped into our consciousness, prajna, we start manifesting powers, and it becomes a possibility for every being prajnana. So, let us now watch a small video of explaining what is Diksha and the science of initiation.
Book Navaratneshwara states,
Sarvasamapi Dikshanam Mukti.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states,
Sarvasamapi Dikshanam Muktihi Phalamakhanditam Avirodhat Bhavantyeva Prasangyastu Bhuktayaha. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi Diksha Vihinasya Na Siddhihi Na Cha Sadgatihi Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Guruna Dikshito Bhavet.
The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future.
So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru.
What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini. our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Yes. Next is the four evidences, the pramanas, for the science of power manifestation. Let us now see how the science of power manifestation is authenticated through the four aspects of evidences. The first is the Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truths that are revealed in the source scriptures. The next is the Apta Pramana, the experiences and results of Aptas or the authorities of Hinduism, the Vedic rishis and scientists who have time tested and verified this science. The next is the Atma Pramana, or the account of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, or the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So, Vedagamat is a living applied.
Telma, what wrong I did?
Superior authorities for Hindus, and they are the pure science by the ultimate truth and experience. Agamas are scriptures by the applied technology that applies science. Vedas and Agamas, Vedagamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashivam. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths, and a reference cited from these Shastras or source scriptures is called a Shastra. So let us now get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of prayer. So the first is the Shastra Pramana. Let us listen to the Shastra Pramana, which comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapalantar manonyasa ishtanmilitalochanaha kramena manasodadhyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. The translation goes, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam. By having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashiva. Next is the Apta Pramana, where Bhagavan Shri Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third. Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, Natu mam shakyase drashtum anenaiva sachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu asya me yogamaishwaram. But you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore I grant you the divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. In the Hindu Purana and Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold his Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. The 11th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, its cosmic form, It's completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through the third eye. And next is the Atma Pramana from the life of Swamiji himself.
The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360-degree, 10 direction, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience. I felt that stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The setting sun, rising moon, the whole Arunachala hill, all the plants, bush, shrubs, trees, everything, everything, everything. Just became so alive. The idea, something is inside.
Yes. So let us now see the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. Study measures compare the metabolic cell activity of the brain in the conscious and meditative state of the third eye using the positron emission tomography. When doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in the deep state of samadhi, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is active. So without further ado, let us get ready to witness the live Sakshi Pramana, the demonstration of the power of third eye by the Balisans of the Nithyananda Guru. This rare sacred science of the power of third eye is being made available to enrichment and evolution. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is gifting this pure great science of third eye awakening, along with many other spiritual sciences, through the power of initiation. And millions of people have been initiated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their day-to-day. Let us now get ready to witness the Sakshi Pramana, the live demonstration of the power of third eye by the Balisans of the Nithyananda Guru. Yes. Nithyananda. So now I'm back with the Balasant of the Nithyananda Gurukul Manike Kaladharananda, who is 15 years old, and she's going to be demonstrating this extraordinary Shakti of the power of third eye reading to all of you today. So as all of you can also see, I have the medically tested eye band with me. In front is a complete opaque sheet, and behind is a thick sponge. All of you can see there's no gap between the sponge and the opaque sheet, and there is no possible way of light entering. So all of you can see I'm unstrapping the eye band in front of all of you. I'm placing it on color. Yes. Now, Kaladhara, are you comfortable? Now, could you just put my eye band in the middle? Yes. Now, are you comfortable? Pull the side of the eye band. Yes. Now, are you comfortable? Yes. So, now I request the YouTube comments to be projected. All of you are requested and encouraged to go ahead, post anything you want in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. You can post letters, numbers, words, sentences, anything you want, emojis, and Ma Kaladhara will be reading it out live. I request the latest comments to be projected. I request the latest YouTube comments to be projected. Yes, just before that, Makaladra, I request you to turn to your right, left, up. Yes, you can see there's no gap and down. Beautiful. I request the latest YouTube comments to be projected. Yes, so the latest comment is from Kirtan Vajraya, and he has posted Nithyanandam with the Namaste emoji. And the previous comment is from Jyotika Bala, and she has posted Nithyanandam. Beautiful. Anyone else who wants to post any comments can go ahead. Yes. So Ma Celine has posted a star emoji and a small plant with two leaf emoji and a thunder emoji with a two pink color heart, dark pink color heart emoji. Manikya Mahajananda has posted my daughters with an exclamatory mark and Nithyananda exclamatory mark. Wow. Amazing. That was a very beautiful and extraordinary demonstration of the power of third eye. Now I'm going to be removing the eye band with Ma Kaladhara. All of you can see the eye band is completely intact. Yes. And with this, we will be back with the power of body scanning and remote vision right after a short break. Yes. So let us now witness the power of body scanning. Let us now listen to the Shastra Pramana, which comes from the Vijnana Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmataraani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhattvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Parashakti says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constituted principles of the whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential realities. They are being observed in their source cause Paramashiva, and by the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete in all the thoughts and the ultimate universal divine power. Paradevi Adishakti is the gift and the supreme power manifestation of happiness. Yes. Next is the Apta Pramana, which comes from the life of a Siddha named Teriyar. Teriyar was a Siddha and one of the prominent disciples of Agastya. One day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agastya for healing, and Agastya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause. It reveals that there is a small Teriyar like a frog sitting in the person's brain. Agastya immediately instructs Teriyar, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And after the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache. Thus, the disciple could gain the name Teriyar. Next is the Atma Pramana from the life of His Divine Holiness Swamiji, where Swamiji beautifully shares on the 22nd of December, paraphrasing his words. Only when I had a multiple compound heart fracture was I able to say forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkup related. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs, and it had been revealed that I was poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition to see what happened. Through the power of body scanning, I found out what the problems and imbalances had happened and why the balance had been. I used allopathy as a second opinion just to verify myself. Last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, Sakshi Pramana, the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiated cycles of Swami. So you can see how so many of the disciples of Swami have manifested this power of consciousness over matter, and all of you who have manifested the power of body scanning, and all of you are going to be witnessing this extraordinary Shakti now. So we'll be back right after a short break. Yes. So I request all of the participants or all the viewers who are watching now, please go ahead and start posting your comments in the Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. Okay. Ma'am Hajilendra Siddhananda has posted, Ma Kaladra, your live practice sessions are growing more and more powerful by the day. That's beautiful. Vikrant Wag has posted, Ma, can you heal my concentration issues and lack of interest and fatigue issues? And Ashok Patel, his person, Nithyananda, ma request you to scan Sandesh, not had his content. Ma Saranka Vidya Karan has posted, please scan my body and also feel my powerless system. And Payata Vachi has also requested for a body scan. Yes. So yes, I'll surely be doing the body scanning for all of you now. Yes. First, I did the body scanning for Vikrant Wag. He has requested for a healing of a lack of concentration and lack of interest issues. Yes, Aya, Swamiji is only showing it is your cognition, Aya. You never want to do it and you don't do it with your authenticity. That is why you are having this. So it can get healed, yes, just by starting to be patient with yourself. So Swamiji is revealing every day 108 times you have to start writing the Mahavakya and you can heal these problems and you will start becoming more patient with what you have and you will do whatever you do with full integrity. Yes, and Swamiji revealed for Ma Saranka Vidyakaran, Swamiji revealed that you have been inhaling too much of toxins in the past few days now and due to all the I was able to see that due to a lot of burning of plastic and all that smell you've been inhaling for past few days, and Swamiji revealed that is affecting your lungs and you're starting to feel suffocated and choked because of that. Swamiji is revealing that what you should do for that is that you should start burning neem leaves in your house and every day do the Train Kumbhaka for in the morning 11 times. Yes. And so I'm going to now be doing the body scanning for Ashok Patel Aya's, for the person who Ashok Patel Aya has requested for. Yes, Swamiji is, yes, Aya, sorry. Swamiji is showing that Aya is not living in a good ventilated area. So there's a lot of humidity in the house and the air is not going and coming in properly. And because of that, he experiences a lot of suffocation. And he not only that, he feels like not only suffocated, he's starting to become claustrophobic. He feels like he can't stay in one place for a long time. He feels like that. That is because of the ventilation area, and he is also facing some urinary infection. And Swamiji is showing it is actually from starting internally, and he's slowly seeing few symptoms outside. Swamiji is showing it's not so serious, but you should immediately attend to it by drinking a lot of buttermilk every day. Just drink, he has to start drinking a lot of liquids every day and he'll be healed. And yes, I'll be also doing the body scanning for Marceline. Yes, Swamiji is showing that you have to start wearing more cotton sarees and more like any dress you're wearing, cotton. You have to wear cotton dresses because of the material you're wearing. Your skin is very suffocated, and you're starting to get rashes on your skin and a lot of itchiness and dryness. So that is because your skin is not able to breathe freely. So you have to start wearing cotton dresses, especially the Mangalagiri cotton is the best one. Swamiji is revealing that you have to also start doing the Vyasa Nirahara Samyama. The Vyasa Nirahara Samyama will really help you. And Mahadananda Nithyananda has requested for a scan for her husband's gut and digestive tract, that he has pain and discomfort along with, and he has given his consent. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Swamiji is revealing that there's a lot of heat in his body, and there's a lot of in his blood, there's a lot of toxins here. So because of these toxins, he's really getting affected a lot, and that is what is the problem that he's having in his digestive tract. Because of the toxins and the blood not flowing properly, the digestion is also not happening properly. So this is the root cause of Swamiji Shwar. Swamiji is revealing that he should start drinking neem juice and curry leaf. He should start adding more more curry leaves into his food, and this will heal him. Not only that, Swamiji is also showing to sleep with a wet cloth on the forehead. Yes, and Vikrant Wag has requested for a scanning for sessions issues. Yes, and Aya Swamiji is showing your stress issues is nothing but confusion. You are not clear any decision you take. You are never authentic to that decision, and you are not clear with what you want to do. That is why you get stressed, you feel overwhelmed, and you feel powerless. Aya. So you have to complete this cognition by this will the Mahavakya will help with this. So you start writing Mahavakya every day, and you see everything gets filled out. Yes, and anybody has any questions can go ahead, and anybody wants to get back in the Kailasas Aspiration and the YouTube channel, please do it. Ashok Patel has posted, Ma, thank you for the scan. Really enjoying the session every day, Nithyananda. Yes, Aya. Ma, Celine has gotten back telling, okay, thanks, Ma. Yes, Ma. Mahajalandar Nithyananda has posted, thank you, Ma. Yes, that makes sense. In fact, it links to what was previously shared in scans before this issue built up to this point. Yes, Ma. Thank you for getting back a lot. I will thank all of you. And yes, with this, I'm going to be concluding the power manifestation session. Thank all of you. Yes, and Ma and Vikrant Aya has also gotten back telling thank you, Ma. Yes, Ma Celine, Ma Ashok Patel, Ma Mahajalandar Nithyananda, Vikrant Wag, Payata Vajda Aya. Yes, and Payata Vajra has also requested for a body scanning. I will quickly do the body scanning for Payata Vajda Aya. Yes, Aya. Swamiji is revealing that. Yes, Aya. Swamiji is revealing that from past few days, you started feeling a lot of connection to Paramashiva and Paramashakti, and Swamiji is revealing that that is actually very good, and Swamiji is also revealing that there's a lot of energy which is like in your body from past few days, and because of the heat, you're not properly cleansing your body and taking care of your body. And anytime you connect with any deity or anything, the heat which is coming your body is not able to handle the heat is revealing. that for the next few days you have to start doing the Rama Nirahara Samyama, and like in the next 11 days you can do the Rama Nirahara Samyama, and make your by doing the Nirahara Samyama you're cleansing your body and making your body stronger for to hold energy, to hold receive all these darshans from Swamiji. This is the only thing that Swamiji is revealing here. And yes, so Parata Vajraya, Vikrant Vagaya, Ma Mahadevendra Nithyananda Masalim, Ashok Patelaya. We thank all of you for joining us in this Kailasa's Parashakti Akashic reading program and in this power manifestation session. And now I'm going to be concluding the power manifestation session. I thank all of you for joining us. And yes, Parata Vajraya has gotten back telling yes, ma? Yes, thank you, Aya. And yes, with this we would like to conclude this power manifestation session. Thank all of you for joining us. Please stay tuned for the upcoming segments. Thank you, Nithyananda. So we'll be having our further acharyas joining with us in after a short break.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Nithyananda, everyone. Welcome back. So now we will be getting into the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning about the divine feminine consciousness, about who is Devi Parashakti. So let us first look at a Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayanam manikya spurat taranayaka shekharam smitamukhim mapina vakshoruham vanibhyam alipurna ratna chashakam raktotpalam bipratim saumyam ratna gatasta rakta charanam dhyayet paramambika. And the translation for this verse is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with the triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies studded with a crescent moon, a face all smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. And another Dhyana Shloka from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka says: Arunam karunatarangatakshiim dhritapaashankushapushpabanachapam animadibhiravrita mayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. And the translation for this verse is: I meditate on the great Empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion. She holds the noose, the gourd, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for rays, and she is the self within. And Devi Parashakti is the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in, and the source where the Big Bang and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, and the source power, from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nija avatar of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. Devi Parashakti beautifully reveals how she is manifesting as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and she introduces herself. She says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agmas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swami who is in Kailasha, Sri Parachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness. Hiranya Garbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayovana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And Devi Parashakti continues to say, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as Tri Shakti and Jnana, growing as 4 Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond 6 chakras, filled as Gotras of 7 rishis, expanding as 8 directions, existing as 9 grahas, blossoming as 10 indriyas, being as 11 rudras, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make truth blossom and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Ananda, I came to bless every one of you. So now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashivan Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen, so you can receive her in a very traditional way. You can keep 2 beet leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And those of you who might be wondering what a coin is considered as. A coin in the Hindu tradition is actually considered the traditional dakshina. And it can be the lowest value. In India, it can be just 1 paise, and in the US, it can be just a cent. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay. And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And once the darshan is over, you can do namaskar and eat the banana, the betel leaf, and the betel nut, taking it as prasadam immediately. And the coins that you collect, you can send it to the Los Angeles temple for the further procedures. And this betel leaf and betel nut may actually look too small, but in a few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really Devi Parashakti is there. You will not take the Devi darshans for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. And you can all see how you can set up your tambalam. So you can arrange the betel leaf, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin on a plate and keep it in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And you can also keep a few more additional items such as flowers, kumkum, turmeric, glass bangles, and a coconut. But the 4 basic items, the betel leaf, the betel nut, banana, and the coin. So you can arrange all the items in a plate, keep it in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti. And now with that, we come to a conclusion of this segment of the program, and we will now be moving to the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning who is Devi Parashakti and how to receive Devi Parashakti in a very traditional way. So we'll be learning what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings. So please stay tuned for the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning about the Akashic readings, what Devi Parashakti has revealed in the Akashic readings.
Paramashivoham. Om Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Most easiest, most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with Cosmos as mother. Celebrate Cosmic Mother. This 9 days we worship Mother, worshipping Divine Feminine.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி. ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
Ultimate divine descends in human body and expresses its extraordinary powers and experiences playfully. Sundareshwara is the embodiment of this statement. He is not Shiva as you understand, sitting in the Himalayas, frozen in the ice, in Samadhi. Sundareshwara is an artist with tremendous heart, ready to listen to human sufferings, ready to bend for human emotions. The one and only thing you need to obtain His grace is simple feeling connection. That's all. He bends for anybody, to any level. Even the word compassion is too small. He is still available. Even now, He is there. He assumes human body and relates with you, answers you, responds to you, raises you.
I was lost. And then he was done speaking, and just tears just started pouring out of my face. I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what just happened. It was just like unbelievable, just unbelievable. I was just, I'm shaking now just remembering it.
I don't know what shifts inside you. It's just, I literally felt the strong initiation happening at that time when Swamiji blessed. I don't know, it just puts you in some different world altogether, and suddenly everything seems possible. Everything seems, like that impossibilities in that 1 second, fraction of a second, that impossibility drops from you. And you just, everything seems possible, that you get into that space of possibility. And I think, that is the greatest, dropping the impossibilities is really, and something changes in you, something shifts in you. You can physically feel the change. and the energy that is generated, it really, it's phenomenal.
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he does the job. He's the 9 unknown god. There's a village folk story where Venkateshwara borrows from Kubera for his marriage and he is still paying the debt. Venkateshwara takes the responsibility of reserve to reserve. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve to reserve. It's an amazing truth.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினி உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மங்களம் தந்து குரு பக்தியும் சிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Here is the Australia Kailasa. How can I be so and have a happy life in Kailasa? My name is Li Qi. My guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person, and then life is for happy. I tried to earn money, and then I'm really rich, but money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. Then the really romantic love take me go lots of place. Too many stories during this time. But I still don't feel I get the result, get the life reason. Then I start study from book, from video, from religion in many different ways. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate Buddha gives so much intelligence to me about life. But I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha. But I don't know how. Who can let me get there? One day I found the video in YouTube, introduced Swamiji in that video. I suddenly, my eyes open wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me get what I want to know. And he can take me home, real home. This kind of feeling, then I start study from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swamiji Satsang said he need people devote land, home, money to build up Kailasa. Then I discussed with my husband, decide to give the whole farm to Nithyananda. That time, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. It's a big decision, but we just discussed so short time already. Done, decide. I really appreciate my husband love me so much and believe me, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. Introduce this my story to you, just me. Don't give up any chance to be founding father of Kailasa. It's best thing you can do in your life.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within the next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashian.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is
Yes. So now we will be getting into the next segment where all of us will be learning about what Devi Parashakti has revealed on the sacred secret of the Hindu birth. So let us first watch Devi Parashakti's revelation on 31st of May 2021.
நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனித பிறவி. அந்த மனித பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி இப்பிறவி வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே யோனிஜம். ஹிந்து பெற்றோர்க்கு பிறந்திடும் சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம். மனித பிறவி உத்தமம், சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவி உத்தமோத்தமம். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானத்தையும் சனாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற நன்மையெல்லாம் அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின்
மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன இந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன இந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும் எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன இந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன இந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம். உங்கள் உரிமை உலகில் அதிகம், உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் உலகில் பெரிது. தர்மம் காத்தாலே கடமை, தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன இந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன இந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உயிரை பத்திரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் அருள் சத்தியம் இது. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
Yes. So that was what Devi Parashakti revealed on the sacred secrets of the Hindu birth on the 31st of May 2021. So let us listen to Devi's words mapped into English and let's look at the translation of what Devi revealed. She said, listen, Andajam, Yonijam, Jalajam, Bijam, like this in 4 types of birds in 84 and Yes, it continues saying that even that human birth, being born and toiled many times, after getting burnt and toiled in politics, in finance, in luxuries, in dharma, artha, and kama. And those who decide of not wanting this birth, wanting only moksha, only those will have Hindu Dharma Yonijam, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam of being born to Hindu parents. Human birth is Uttamam. Sanatana Hindu Dharma, human birth is Uttamottamam, best of best. So you can see how the Parashakti reveals the sacred secrets behind the Hindu birth. Everyone who took the Uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the science of living enlightenment and Sanatana Dharma. And also, they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of their commitment given by them to do this responsibility. After coming to Bhuloka, by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the dharma of protecting Sanatana Dharma, Maya, she is taking away all their souls. Understand carefully. I am giving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who will give who gave the commitment of protecting Sanatana Dharma even by giving their life. After getting the body because of painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed, for those who forgot to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add them all to the list of those who are not worthy of living. Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly. For those who stand that even by giving their life, they will protect Dharma, will permanently have Virasvarga and Kailasa Padavi. For any reason, people who forgot to protect Dharma, having the Uttamottama birth of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, other way for them. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottama human birth. Your rights in this world are immense. Also, your responsibility in this world is large. Protecting Dharma is responsibility. Those who do not protect Dharma, they will not have the right to live, understand properly. All those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, all of you understand. The first responsibility of your life is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. After that, what bothers whether you live or get destroyed? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you so that the burden on earth is reduced. Seeing that Maya, she will keep quiet. So now let us look at the responsibilities of Hindus. We all just saw the English translation of what they revealed on the sacred responsibility of Hindus for a Hindu nation.
So let us understand what is the responsibility of Hindus as revealed by Devi Parashakti.
So ancient yet progressive indigenous spiritual traditions. And it is an open framework model of civilizations, of a civilization that stands for global peace, vegetarianism, non-violence, yoga, worship of nature, temple-based living, then the manifestation of spiritual powers and inherent divinity of every being.
And the Hindu nations were ecosystems where more and more enlightened beings produced, so that enlightened civilization could be kept alive and its great gifts shared with the world.
So now let us see the reference of Hindu nations from the Hindu scriptures. Let us see the scriptures which speak about the Hindu nation and the grandeur of the Hindu nation. So the first was the Rama Rajyam, which was the Hindu nation ruled by Bhagwan Rama. There was no widows to lament, nor there was any danger from wild animals, nor any fear born of diseases. The world was bereft of thieves and robberies. No one felt worthless, nor did old people perform obsquisies concerning youngsters. Every creature felt pleased. Everyone was intent on virtue, turning their eyes towards Rama alone. Creatures did not kill one another. So this is from the Valmiki Ramayana, Yuddha Kanda.
And the description continues on. People survived for thousands of years, living all free of illness and grief. The trees there were bearing flowers and fruits regularly, without any injury from pests or insects. The clouds were raining in time, and the wind was delightful to the touch. Every caste performed their duties. satisfied with their own work and bereft of any greed. People were intent on virtue and lived without telling lies. All the people were endowed with excellent characteristics. All were engaged in virtue. You can see how much the kingdom ruled by Bhagavan Rama prospered and how the people were living with so much of happiness. And his Hastinapur kingdom, ruled by Yudhishthira, was described in the Srimad Mahabharata. They was granted rains to fulfill all wants. No, the world became free of all diseases. There was no hunger or thirst anywhere. There was no mental suffering. Those without livelihood were given livelihood. There was abundance all around. There was no worldly worries left for anyone. And there was no cause for fear either. In fact, the happiness in was greater than in the heavens.
And the Hindu nation had so much to contribute to the world in every field, whether it's enlightenment, health, medicine, art, science, technology, aviation, dance and music, clothes and jewelry, even all the social and judicial, legal systems and political systems. So it had a lot to contribute towards the world for the entire humanity. So now let us see how Hindus were destroyed. How was the Hindu nation destroyed?
Over the course of 1,000 years, Hindu nations and Hinduism have been completely destroyed, such that now we do not even have a single Hindu nation except the revival of the original Hindu nation. And the destruction of the Hindu civilization involved three phases in the Islamic invasion between 800 and 1700 AD. This was the physical destruction of the Hindu civilization, and it's described by Will Durant. The Mohammedan conquest of India is probably the bloodiest story in history. The Islamic historians and scholars have recorded with great glee and pride these slaughters of Hindus, forced conversions of women, abduction of Hindu women and children to the slave markets, and destruction of Hindu temples carried out by the warriors of Islam over the course of 900 years. And the description of the Islamic law prescribed for Hindus conveyed by Khilji describes that the Prophet hath ordained that if the Hindus do not accept Islam, they should be imprisoned, tortured, and finally put to death, and their property confiscated. To keep Hindus in abasement is especially a religious duty because they are the most embittered enemies of the Prophet. And the Islamic invasions for the course of the 900 years involved 200 million slaughtered, Hindus being slaughtered, 100,000 temples destroyed, and over 1 million deities and scriptures destroyed. And it's described the conquering armies burnt villages, devastated the land, plundered people's wealth, took Brahmins and children and women of all classes captive, flagged with thongs of hide, raw hide, carried a moving prison with them, and converted them to the prisoners into Swiss Turks. The second phase of the destruction of the Hindu civilization was the British occupation between 1700 and 1947, and this was the economic and psychological destruction of the Hindu civilization. Will Durant again describes, I have seen a great people starving to death before my eyes. I am convinced that this exhaustion and starvation are due not, as their beneficiaries claim, to overpopulation and superstition, but to the most sordid and criminal exploitation of one nation by another in all recorded history. This was here you can see one of the photos from the forced famine. And the British occupation, the British Empire used all possible means to destroy the Hindu civil and cultural institutions in order to delegitimize and demoralize the indigenous people of India so that they would become slaves in their own homeland. This included discriminatory laws to instill feelings of inferiority, engineering famines to starve natives into submission, annexing native kingdoms to native rule, mistranslating Hindu scriptures to instill feelings of inferiority. And during the British occupation, $45 trillion was looted from India over the course of 200 years. And over 45 million Hindus were put to death due to artificial famines and imposed poverty. And over 680 native kingdoms were usurped by the British Raj. Shashi Tharoor of the Indian Parliament describes the British came to one of the richest country and reduced it to a poster child for third world poverty. The next phase was the secularization of India, which was after independence in 1947 till current day. This has been ruled by brown faces, British attitudes and policies towards Hindus. And Nehru, the first prime minister of India, has described what a disgusting, savage people we are. Politics, progress, socialism, communism, science, where are they before this black religious savagery? India can never be a Hindu Raj. And the first law minister and principal architect of the Indian Constitution, B.R. Ambedkar, has described that if Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what the Hindus say, Hinduism is a menace and liberty, equality, and fraternity. It is incompatible with democracy. Hindu Raj must be prevented at any cost. These were two of the first leaders of the so-called secular India. And the modern Indian legal system, academia, and media all systematically undermine, suppress, and delegitimize the Hindu institutions and culture by various methods. This includes India's constitution establishing government control over Hindu temples and other institutions, while other religions are free from this interference. The constitution discriminating against Hindus by giving special rights and benefits to non-Hindus, and Hindu kingdoms and self-governance being abolished. The anti-superstition law, which was enacted to criminalize Hindu practices. And during the secularization of India, it has been ruled by media narratives used to stereotype and demoralize Hindus. And Bollywood and other mainstream media outlets consistently portray Hindu gods and gurus as cartoonish, dishonest, corrupt sex fiends in a manner similar to the British imperial propaganda. Media narratives are used to shape the human consciousness and further political agenda, which was fortunately against Hindus and Hinduism. This agenda was to discriminate and to make Hindus feel inferior. And
Yes, so now let us see the revival of the Hindu nation. So during the times of Mahabharata, we Hindus had 56 deshas, countries, 200 states, 1,700 samsthanas, provinces, and 10,000 sampradayas, traditions. And in all 56, we Hindus are persecuted. Now we have lost all 56. The last one to fall was Nepal. And this is narrated by the Supreme Court of Hinduism. And he continues to say, I am the collective voice of all the persecuted Hindus.
I will revive and rebuild a Hindu nation built on the Vedagamic principles as a refuge for all practicing and aspiring Hindus, a safe haven for all the persecuted Hindus. This is the vision of the Hindu civilization. And this revival of Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is for reviving this whole life of enlightened civilization and all the great things it has to offer to the world, bringing legitimacy to all the offerings Sanatana Hindu Dharma and sharing it with the whole world is the purpose of this Kailasa, the Hindu nation.
And Kailasa is the revival of the cosmic constitution. Kailasa is the model nation of how enlightened civilization should be living and administered. Whether it's politics, judiciary, education, economy, everything will be revived as Paramashiva revealed in the Vedas and Agamas and in the Sanatana Hindu Dharma's scriptures. So that is the administration of Kailasa. And being one of the most persecuted civilizations, Hinduism is on the brink of extinction, such that the next generation may know about Hinduism only through history books. So what can we do to stand up for the Hindu civilization and all that it has to offer to the world?
And as Devi Parashakti has revealed, it is our responsibility to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. This is the reason we were given the Uttamotama birth of Hindu birth. And today, Hinduism is unfortunately a political orphan. The preservation and restoration of Hinduism's spiritual and cultural heritage is impossible without a national identity. So what can we do to save Hinduism?
So let us all reclaim our Hindu identity. You can learn how to reclaim your Hindu identity.
As Devi Parashakti has revealed, we have been given this Hindu birth because we have taken the responsibility of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma and protecting this whole enlightenment science. It is our responsibility to reclaim our Hindu identity and fulfill our responsibility to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And unfortunately, because of delusion, we have forgotten this responsibility. But we need to remember, Hinduism is responsible for our successful life. If you are a Hindu and you are happy, healthy, wealthy, rich, successful, respectable, have a stable family life, and have the best mental setup, you need to understand that Hinduism is responsible. The Hindu identity is responsible. The Hindu scriptures are responsible. It is the Hindu scriptures which have given us the best mental setup. All the best things that we Hindus have has come from our Hindu scriptures.
And Hindus are the richest and most successful ethnic community in the world. Hindu scriptures, the Hindu lifestyle, and are responsible for this. And an article by Hindustan Times also says that Hindus are the most educated religious group in the US.
So let us now reclaim our Hindu identity. It is not just the anti-Hindu elements being active, it is the responsible Hindus being inactive, which is responsible for this whole destruction of Hinduism. So let us now take the responsibility and reclaim our Hindu identity. It is, as Devi Parashakti revealed, it is as born Hindus, as practicing Hindus, protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma and protect all the great gifts that Sanatana Hindu Dharma has to offer to the world, this enlightenment science, which has been kept alive because of Sanatana Hindu Dharma.
And it is the responsibility of Hindus to revive this enlightenment civilization again and again and give all the gifts of the enlightened civilization to humanity. And the revival of the enlightened civilization, the Kailasa, the Hindu nation, is the survival need for humanity. So it is all the collective responsibility of Hindus to revive the Hindu nation.
To revive and protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma and share all that it has to offer the world, to give the enlightenment science to the world again and again. This is an invitation to all the Hindus out there, those who are born Hindus, practicing Hinduism, those who are sympathetic towards Hinduism, those who are curious towards Hinduism, those who want to explore and enjoy Hinduism. Please come and become a part of this revival of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. You can join as a e-citizen of Kailasa by visiting kailasa.org, and you can become an e-Kailasan and avail all the benefits that Hinduism has and has shared with the world. You too can enjoy everything that Hinduism has and share it with the world. So now let us listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, explaining why we need Kailasa, why humanity needs the only Hindu.
Contribution. Hinduism, Veda Agamas have great things to contribute to the world. Like the great power manifestation science, the ancient culture and arts, the ancient lifestyle truths, the ancient medical practices and medicinal knowledge, the ancient indigenous cultural
heritage and jewelry, perfume, dance, music. In every level, Hinduism has so much to contribute. Veda, Agamic traditions have so much to contribute. To share all this with the world. To contribute to the world. Hindus need to tell the world what they are contributing in every level. The brand of Hinduism itself is enriching and empowering and enlightening. Hinduism is all about enlightening the world. Empowering, enlightening, enriching the world. Contributing. That is our spiritual life. That is our spiritual strength. That is our spiritual core principle. O humanity, I request you with folded hands, some one corner of the world, if you just give me few hundred acres, I will keep this whole science alive. Leave it for the whole humanity freely. Fortunately, Paramashiva has given me the power to decode all this Hindu medicinal system, Hindu judiciary system, Hindu social law and order system, Hindu power manifestation system, Hindu mental sciences system, Hindu yogic sciences, the sciences of Hindu biology, Hindu physics, Hindu psychology, Hindu chemistry, all this Paramashiva has given me the power to decode. Whatever the remaining scriptures are available with the humanity, Paramashiva has blessed me, and I have collected, not only I have collected and organized, I can decode. This whole science can be kept alive in any one corner of the world. Just few hundred acres are given for me to live peacefully and exist peacefully. I can store this whole thing alive and contribute it to humanity. Humanity can become better and better and better. I can make the planet Earth so much better place to live. I am here to contribute, and I will continue to contribute. As long as I am allowed to live, I will contribute. I have collected all the remaining available scriptures, maybe 2 crore books. 2 crore means 20 million, I think, books on Hindu physics, Hindu chemistry, Hindu biology, Hindu physiology, Hindu psychology, Hindu law and order, Hindu social system, the power manifestation sciences of Hinduism, yogic sciences of Hinduism. I have collected, and Paramashiva has given me the blessings and power to decode. I have decoded and continuing to decode them. If the humanity, somebody is kind enough to give me few hundred acres in one corner of the world and let me live peacefully, I can keep all these scriptures there and go on sharing with the world, revealing these whole sciences to the world, and go on contributing. I don't need anything other than 1 cup of curd rice every day. That's all. A cup of curd rice per day over. I can go on be giving this to the world. I can add to the world. I can make the world better place to live. That's all I have to say. Thousands of medicines are described detail in ancient Siddha and Ayurvedic scriptures. Paramashiva has given me the power to decode them, read them, and properly translate and map them to the modern day human language. And I just need few hundred acres where I can sit peacefully and keep this library, run a Gurukul where thousands of people can learn this and share it with the world. Understand? I am only interested in contributing. If we can decode all this great knowledge, whole world can prosper from this knowledge. Whole world can enjoy from this knowledge. If I prosper, I will only create a university. I will not create anything else. If the Hindus prosper, they will only create education institutions. Because Hinduism is all about giving, contributing. If I prosper, I'll create university, that's all. Kailasa is all about university to decode the ancient sciences and share with the world. Understand? Every day I am sitting and going on decoding, writing notes on my books and writing details on my books. Whether it is making human beings manifest powers, and I have also now started downloading and decoding the science of making animals manifest powers. Whether making people manifest powers or healing, in every level, life is all about contribution.
Yes, so that was a video where the Supreme Lord of Hinduism revealed the reason of why Kailasa. So we will now be moving to the next segment of this program where all of us will be learning how you can make your offerings to Devi Parashakti, how you can offer your gratitude to Devi Parashakti.
Nithyananda.
Yes. Now let us enter into this next segment and understand the various offerings that we can make to Devi Parashakti. So, as all of us know, Devi has been continuously blessing and guiding us during the time during the pandemic. And if you are just overflowing with gratitude for your divine blessed mother, you are welcome to stay tuned to this next segment and understand some of the various offerings that you can make to Devi. Each of these is just an opportunity to offer your love and gratitude to Devi Parashakti. So now let us enter into this segment and understand what are the various offerings available to make to Devi. So offerings are a giving of a divine gift of her love, devotion, and oneness. And it consists of two parts, the giving and the accepting. And only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offerings are not made out of fear nor out of greed, but when in avatar land, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela laid out for the only purpose of enlightenment. Here we have the Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti to invoke the presence of Devi.
The Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti describes her grace and splendor. And let us remember Devi Parashakti's form and grace through this Dhyana Shloka as we get ready to receive her darshan, as we get ready to receive her with our sacred offerings. This verse from the Mula Agama, Manonmani Dhyana. Yavanninayanam syat pankajavara japakshara sarayuktam angahima bhushana vichitra vasanam syat tungamakutojvala manonmani swarupam. And the translation for this verse, it says, moon-like face holding the Veda books on hand, fire and eyes, with lotus flower gracing and blessing hands, and one hand with japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes and a shining crown. Her name is Manonmani. And another verse from the Manonmani Dhyana, the Mulagama, it says, Dhyayet Devim Trinetram Shashinibhavadanam Vedahastam Dadhanam Savye Padmam Varadam Aparecha Bhayam Chakshamalam Divyairabharanair Vibhushita Tanum Brahmadi Vipujitam Devi Meva Manonmanim Pratidinam Kamarthadatrim Shubham. And this verse describes, I meditate on Devi with eyes glowing like a moon and holding the Veda lotus and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. And in the Hindu tradition, the various offerings to the divine is made in the sacred element of gold. So let us see the scriptural references for the significance of the divine element of gold. The Atharva Veda describes Treda Jatam Janmanedam Hiranyam Agnirekam Priyatamam Babhuva Somasyayam and Sitasya Parapatata Apamekam Veda Samreta Ahutatte Hiranyam Trividastva Vishe. The translation for this verse, it says, triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one, it becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was heard. All the seed of virtuous and powerful Apa, the watery molecules, let that gold be for your long life. Gold is a divine element in the Hindu tradition. It purifies anything that it touches. It is an element of great spiritual significance and spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. Gold is present in all the scriptures in the Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, Puranas. In all the Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was used in abundance and even used for weighing equivalent amount of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and archways made of gold. Even the horses and cows would be dressed in gold. Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called Hiranmaya, the river of gold in Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartini in Atharva Veda. The gold is a supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years and it lasts forever. So let us now see the various traditional offerings that can be made to Devi Parashakti on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And Devi is described as the one who is fond of true devotion. This verse describes Devi's love for true devotion. It says, Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Kamya, Bhakti Vashya, Bhaya Paha, Shambhavi Sharadaradhya, Sharvani Sharmadaini. The translation for this verse. It says, Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes all fear. If there's any fear in the minds of devotees, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here it is meant the autumn of our lives when thoughts turn more and more inwards. The role of the divine is known and understood clearly, and the need for Devi worship becomes stronger. Shambhavi is the consort of Shambhu, who's Lord Shiva. Sharadaradhya is the one who is worshipped by Devi Sharada herself, Devi Saraswati. Sharvani is the wife of Lord Shiva. Linga Purana describes Lord Shiva as Sharva in his earth form. Sharmadaini is the Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. And you can make your offerings of gratitude, love, and devotion to Devi Parashakti through the offerings of the Hundi. Just as you would make the offering in the Hundi in any time, the Kanika, when we will visit the temple to receive the darshan of the divine. So you can make the e-Hundi offerings as you get ready to receive Devi Parashakti's blessings today. And the website is www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. The e-Hundi offerings can be made in multiple currencies and in any amount that you would wish to offer.
Offering that we have is the offering of Sankalpa chanting Devi Parashakti. Before you start anything in your life, or you enter into something new, or if you want to just manifest something in your life, you should always set a conscious an intention of exactly what it is you want to manifest. When you offer your conscious resolution to Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed with Devi's overflowing energy. Manifest exactly what it is you want in your life. And it is stated in the Devi Mahatmya that the goddess enchants this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess being prayed without interest in anything gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. So anyone who offers this conscious resolution, this sankalpa to Devi Parashakti, will be blessed with the fruition of all their desires.
The next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Sahasranama Swarnakas. And Devi Parashakti is described as Nama Parayana Prita, she who likes the repetition of her various names. In this offering of the Sahasranama Swarnakas, so the pure gold coin inscribed with one of the 1008 sacred names of Devi Parashakti, each coin inscribed with one of her sacred names. This is a very special and unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. And you can make this offering today in any of 3 different denominations, and you can offer any number of coins as you would like. And each coin inscribed with the divine qualities, the Ananta Kalyana gunas of Devi Parashakti. And this offering blesses you with imbibing the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti herself, the Ananta Kalyana gunas of Devi Parashakti herself. So you can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas.
The next offering is the Mukta Agni, the finger ring with a pearl. And the pearl, Devi Parashakti is known to be adorned in pearls and very fond of pearls. And the pearl, of course, represents the compassion of Devi. And in this verse it states, I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown is garland of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of the lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Mani and Brahma. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. So you can offer this finger ring with a pearl and be blessed with Devi's overflowing compassion and love in all of your business endeavors.
And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the gold lotus flower. The Kamika Agama verse describes the significance of the gold lotus. This verse says, Ashtavidyeshwaropeta Kumbha Varana Samyutam Sarve Sasutra Vastradhya Hema Pankaja Bhushitaha Sapidanna Satcha Kurachascha Pakva Bilva Palaprabha Snapanadhyaya Samsiddha Pramanena Samanvitaha. And the meaning of this verse, it says, all the kalashas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with the lotus flower made of gold. There are hundreds of scriptural references in the Hindu scriptures for using the lotus for the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involving the consecration of the deities of worship or meditating on the mudras and asanas used during worship involves the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, the lotus pericarp, the lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower in the Hindu tradition. The Shakti of Paramashiva is also called a lotus. The base of the Paramashiva Linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered a lotus, one who is about to bloom. You can offer the gold lotus in any of 3 different sizes as you would wish to offer, and be blessed to have the state, space, powers, and being of Devi Parashakti in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situations in life. And you can make this offering on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Swarna Metti, the gold toe ring. And you can make this offering to Devi Parashakti to adorn her lotus feet, her divine lotus feet. A verse that describes the grace and beauty of Devi's lotus feet. It says, Nakadhiti Sanchanna Namachanna Tamoguna Padadvaya Prabhajala Parakrita Saroruha. The translation for this verse, it says, "You whose brightness from the toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your feet overpower that of the lotus flower too." And you can make this offering of the Swarnameti, the gold toe ring, to Devi Parashakti to adorn her sacred lotus feet and be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of your life.
So you can offer this toe ring to Devi Parashakti to adorn her feet. The next offering is the Svarna Mantika, the gold hairline jewelry. And Devi is described as Shuddha Saravi Varshini, the one who makes the nectar flow in all of our nerves from the Sahasrara. She who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. Mantika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, which is fully open. So when you offer this Svarna Mantika to the feet of Devi Parashakti, you will be blessed with an overflowing Sahasrara chakra and experience the state of complete completion.
And the next offering to Devi Parashakti is the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. This is the most traditional and sacred offering from disciple to guru in the Hindu tradition. And in Saundarya Lahari, the 83rd shloka, it describes the feet and the toenails of Devi Parashakti. It states the toenails have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who prostrate before Devi. And she removes the ignorance, the tamoguna, the darkness of ignorance in the minds of the devotees who constantly prostrate before Devi, and they attain the ultimate knowledge. You can offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja to the divine lotus feet of Devi Parashakti and receive the blessings of all auspiciousness of Devi Parashakti and the Nijavatara through whom Devi Parashakti is manifesting today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And you can make this offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas.
The next offering that we have is the Vastra Seva, the offering of clothing during the Pada Puja to the feet of Swamiji. And you can offer the Vastra Seva to Swamiji, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti, and be blessed with the protection, full protection from both Swamiji and Devi on your path to enlightenment. And be blessed with all auspicious things in your life.
So here is a summary of the various offerings that can be made to Devi Parashakti on the website as you get ready to receive her darshan today. So the traditional offerings of the Ihundi, the Sankalpa chanting, the offering, the conscious resolution, the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, which is the pure gold coin inscribed with one of the 1,008 sacred names of Devi Parashakti. The Mukta Anguti, the gold ring embedded with pearl. The Swarna Pushpa, the gold lotus flower. The Swarna Metti, the gold toe ring to adorn the lotus feet of Devi Parashakti. The Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewelry representing the overflowing nectar from the Sahasrara. And the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the Vastra Seva, the sacred cloth offering. All of these sevas and offerings of gratitude, the traditional offerings of gratitude, love, and devotion can be made to Devi Parashakti as we get ready to receive her darshan today. We can make all of these traditional offerings on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. So here we can see the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And you can make the offering of the traditional alankaram, the ornaments, and the sevas to Devi Parashakti. And you can also make the offerings of the e-hundi on the link on step 2. So the e-hundi offerings can be made in multiple currencies: the US dollar, the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, the Canadian dollar, the euro, the Indian rupees, the Singaporean dollar, the Malaysian ringgit, the Great Britain pound, and the Chinese yen. And you can make these offerings in any amount as you would wish to offer. And it is your token of gratitude, your expression of the sacred sentiments that you would like to offer to Devi Parashakti today. And if you'd like to make a traditional offering of any of the items of Alankar, the ornaments and items of worship, or if you'd like to offer any sevas, you can also offer these on the website. You can make the offerings of the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the Mukta Anguti, the gold finger ring with the pearl, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mangtika, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, the Vastra Seva. All of the traditional offerings can be made on the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And again, here you have the website www.kailasamailer.com/sevas. And you can also make an intention to make an offering if you would like to make an intention and receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti. To manifest your intention into reality, you can submit the form on step 1 to receive blessings to manifest your reality, and form on step 3 with your name and the names of your family members, your prayer, your sankalpa to Devi Parashakti, and receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti for yourself and your family members when the puja and archanas are offered to Devi Parashakti. And if you'd like to be an e-Kailashian and post your messages, your sacred sentiments, your prayers to Devi Parashakti, to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as you receive the live darshan, you can also join as a member on the YouTube channel. Become an e-Kailashian, show your support for Kailasha by becoming an e-Kailashian, and also post on the YouTube live chat your messages to Devi Parashakti, your prayers, your messages of gratitude and devotion. You can post on the live chat, on the YouTube live chat, on the channel, Kailasa's HDH Nithyananda YouTube channel. So you can join now as a member to receive the darshan and blessings and show your support for Kailasa. And if you'd like to be notified of all the live events and happenings and notifications of when new videos are uploaded, you can also click on the subscribe button on the channel. So there are many ways that you can be part of this, part of e-Kailasa, and also express your love and devotion to Devi Parashakti. And as you get ready to receive her darshan today, you can also make the traditional offerings. It is the tradition in Hinduism that whenever we receive the darshan of the divine, when we visit the temple, when we go to receive the darshan of the divine, we always make some offering of our sacred sentiments at the feet of the divine. It is said that we can never go empty-handed when we go to the temple to have the darshan of the divine, when we go to visit a guru, when we go to receive the darshan of the guru or the divine. It is the tradition that we do not go empty-handed. We take just a little something. It could be just a coin, just a small offering, but it is the expression of our love and devotion. It is the sacred sentiments of the devotee to the divine. So you can make all of your offerings, the traditional offerings. You can express your sacred sentiments through the various offerings on the website www.kailasamula.com/sevas. And with this, now we'll get ready for the next segments of this program as we learn more about the various facilities being made available for the well-being of humanity as guided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself, for the care and well-being of humanity through the various de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa during this time of the pandemic. So let us get ready for the next segments and get ready to receive the darshan of Devi Parashakti.
Most easiest
most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as the form of mother. Navaratri is the time to connect with Cosmos as mother. Celebrate Cosmic Mother. This 9 days we worship Mother, worshipping Divine Feminine.
यादुमागी निंद्राय काली ओम काली ओम शक्ति ओम काली ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति
Ultimate divine descends in human body and expresses its extraordinary powers and experiences playfully. Sundareshwara is the embodiment of this statement. He is not Shiva as you understand, sitting in the Himalayas, frozen in the ice, in Samadhi. Sundareshwara is an artist with tremendous heart, ready to listen to human sufferings, ready to bend for human emotions. The one and only thing you need to obtain His grace is simple feeling connection. That's all. He bends for anybody, to any level. Even the word compassion is too small. He is still available. Even now, He is there. He assumes human body and relates with you, answers you, responds to you, raises you.
I don't know, I was lost. And then he was done speaking, and just tears just started pouring out of my face. I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what just happened. It was just like unbelievable, just unbelievable. I was just, I'm shaking now just remembering it.
I don't know what shifts inside you. It's just, I literally felt the strong initiation happening at that time when Swamiji blessed. I don't know, it just puts you in some different world altogether, and suddenly everything seems possible. Everything seems, like that impossibilities in that 1 second, fraction of a second, that impossibility drops from you. And you just, everything seems possible, that you get into that space of possibility. And I think, that is the greatest, dropping the impossibilities is really, and something changes in you, something shifts in you. You can physically feel the change. And the energy that is generated, it really, it's phenomenal.
There are some gods, 9 unknown gods. The moment you call, they will be there. Venkateshwara, Balaji. I tell you, people give so much for Venkateshwara because he does the job. He's a 9 unknown god. There's a village folk story where Venkateshwara borrows from Kubera for his marriage and he's still paying the debt.
Venkateshwara takes the responsibility of reserve to reserve. This whole story, beautiful story of Venkateshwara is an amazing concept. He is making Yaksha into Lakshmi. He is making the reserve to reserve. It's an amazing truth.
காளியின் ஆட்டத்தை ஆனந்தத்தை ஆனந்தத்தொடு ஆடிய ஆட்டத்தை கண்டோர் உயிருக்குளெல்லாம் இறங்கி குண்டலினியில் உயிர்ப்பிக்கச் செய்து மாய மனத்தின் இருளை அகற்றி மாயம் அழித்து மந்தந்து குரு பக்தியும் பரமசிவ பக்தியும் பரமசிவ சக்தியும் அளிக்கின்றேன். மனமாயை விடுத்து குரு பதத்தை பற்றுங்கள். நித்யானந்தமாய் நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்துதித்த என்னை பற்றி வாழ்வில் எல்லா நலமும் பெற்றிடுங்கள். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
யாதுமாகி நின்றாய் காளி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் காளி ஓம் சக்தி, ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி ஓம் சக்தி.
ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Here is the Australia Kailasa. How can I be so lucky and have a happy life in Kailasa? It's a long story. My name is Li Qi. My guru is His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Since I was very little, I already wonder what life for. I really want to know the result, the reason. A long time ago, I think if I earn enough money, I will be very happy person, and then life is for happy. I tried to earn money, and then I really rich, but money didn't give me happy. Then I tried to get the happy life in romantic love. Then the really romantic love take me go lots of place. Too many stories during this time. But I still don't feel I get the result, get the life reason. Then I start study from book, from video, from religion in many different ways. And when I study Buddha, that time I really appreciate Buddha give so much intelligence to me about life. But I don't think study is enough for me. I want to be Buddha. But I don't know how. Who can let me get there? One day I found the video in YouTube, introduced Swamiji in that video. I suddenly, my eyes open wide. I get it. He must be my guru. I can get there. He can let me get what I want to know, and he can take me home, real home. this kind of feeling, then I start study from Nithyananda Sangha. One day, Swamiji Sasam said he need people devote land, home, money to build up Kailasa. Then I discussed with my husband, decide to give the whole farm to Nithyananda. That time, because both of us believe help Swamiji means help whole world. Big decision, but we just discussed so short time already. Done, decide. I really appreciate my husband love me so much and believe me, trust Swamiji so much. Soon here will be big temple, Gurukul, Goshena, and library. Introduce this my story to you, just me. Don't give up any chance to be founding father of Kailasa. It's best thing you can do in your life.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. Just don't die within next 3 years. Be alive. Somehow be alive. I'm working sincerely. I will reach you somehow. Somehow I will reach you. It's my commitment to humanity. Just don't die within next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. You manifesting the space, state, powers, being, Paramashivoham. It is possible, and it is possible for you. Paramashivoham will reach you with enlightenment science. I know he is going to do the job. Just be alive for next 3 years. Nothing else.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
e-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution.
setting model community. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystems.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriyapada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boon, bless you.
You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridgeness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. Self completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
most easiest, most powerful, most inspiring, most exciting way to connect with life as
Nithyanandam. So, welcome viewers to today's Adi Kailash Nithyananda Sarangapeetam's COVID Care Protection Center segment. And today we are seeing amidst COVID, we need to enhance the international coordination to build the peace. Tackling the pandemic and building resilience in fragile states require concerted international action at local, national, and global levels. As the humanitarian and economic toll of COVID-19 pandemic continues to grow, so does the risk that the crisis will fuel new conflicts around the world while stunting prospects for resolving ongoing ones. For the first time since 1945, the entire world is confronted by a common threat, regardless of national, ethnicity, or faith. A new social contract between people, governments, the private sector, civil society, and more can tackle the roots of inequality with fair taxation on income and wealth and universal benefits and opportunities for all. Now let us look into the supreme contributions of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Vedic tradition beautifully describes Yastu Sarvani Bhutani Atmanyano Pashyati, which means the global peace is nothing but a product of individual peace. Whenever an individual goes through this, he manifests a beautiful, peaceful life for him. And everyone enough, he moves the whole city and manifests peace. He is more powerful, he moves the whole village or if not whole, it's the whole country itself. If he is powerful enough like incarnations, he moves the whole world and manifests peace for them. The individual's bliss is a source of global peace in the level of Om, the microscopic and macroscopic. Whatever level it may be, understand, whatever level it may be, it's the global peace, which is the byproduct of individual peace. Now let us see how the global peace can be achieved simply by aligning our inner spaces to be in a space of Shanti.
Shiva, only he exists.